Nicole McGann, resident and real estate agent in South Jersey. Today I'm at the Cherry Hill Library, focusing on Cherry Hill. I live in Cherry Hill, I live in Barkley Farm. There's so many wonderful things here, and we're starting at the library today with Laverne Mann, library director, and Jacqueline
Harmon, and I'm the circulation supervisor.
And they were nice enough to have me here to talk about it. September is National Library Card Sign-Up Month. So everyone watching this who lives in Cherry Hill, you have to live in Cherry Hill, right?
You can get a membership if you are outside Cherry Hill, and also if you work or
Go to school, or if you work for the township, they're free cards for those people. But if you live outside of Cherry Hill, you can pay for a membership. It's $100 for the year, $50 for 6 months, $25 for 3 months.
So, wow, see, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. So now everyone watching this can become a member of the Cherry Hill Library. So I thought first I wanted to talk to you about all of the perks and all of the really awesome things that are available to folks that come and become members.
So there are so many things to mention. Of course, everyone thinks of books when they think of libraries, and of course that's a part of our meat and potatoes here. Books all across the spectrum for every age, including we have great collections of graphic novels for both adults and there are teen and juvenile. And another thing that we have a great physical book collection for are foreign language novels, like this new novel, The Midnight Library, that's in Chinese, which ties into one of the wonderful things we do here, English for speakers of other languages. We have a full, broad class structure from beginning to advanced for grammar, writing, reading, because so many of our residents are from other countries. They speak several languages, but English maybe their second, third, or fourth.
Yeah.
And so we have all of those classes. You can always look on our website, you can call us or stop in and find out more about those ESOL programs.
And is that program just part of being a member?
It is.
Free to members.
Yeah, free to members, and which is great because, you know, if you go to a community college, for example, to take those classes,
yeah,
they can be pricey, and we have amazing tutors. Many are retired teachers and are coordinated for free through us.
That's amazing.
So other stranger things that you wouldn't think that maybe a library has is we have lots of puzzles, like jigsaw puzzles your family can come and borrow for free because you buy them and you put them together once, but we have many. We also are accepting donations of puzzles, but also of all books that go to our book sales that support our mission outside of what our budget can do. So we have things like that. We have games, we have DVDs, and then we have a really big digital component. So go ahead.
I'm going to interrupt Laverne for 1 second. These iPads, who can use these iPads?
These iPads are part of a grant for Talking ESOL. So if you're one of those students in the classes and you don't have the tech, you can borrow these, you can get your classes, because primarily some are starting in person, but there's still a lot online. And I mean, imagine learning a whole nother language, but also having to do the technology. So we kind of support you through, or being able to afford the technology.
Right.
So you can get those also. And then the digital part is you may not have to pay, of course if you want to, but you could have Audible where you pay for audiobooks. But here we have Hoopla and Overdrive. Those are services that let you borrow ebooks. They let you borrow e-audio books. You get music, TV. People are very surprised what their library card can give them.
So if I'm a member, do I just download the Hoopla app? How does that work?
Yeah, there's a Hoopla app, and then there's one called Libby for Overdrive, and we have librarian by appointment. Some people bring their device in and they're like, please help us do it.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here for. Sometimes we have classes that are just on those things, but what I think is good is there are people that commute or they just can't physically come to the library. Maybe they don't even have transportation, but they get their library card
Yeah.
and they are using us.
Yeah.
They're just not in the traditional way
Right.
of sitting at a table
Right.
every day.
Or if you're like me and it's impossible for some reason to return the book to the library and you have it for 4 months and you just so this is
So
great
that's
for me.
another way
Yes,
to do that.
yes.
So I think overall, I mentioned a lot of things. One of the great things about our wonderful facility, people come to the Cherry Hill Library and they're amazed by our building. We're now 15 years old, but we have a huge amount of programs. Even when we were doing just virtual programs, this community comes out for arts, for authors, for kids programs. Some are going to be in person, some are going to be online, but we have calendars. We have
She's very prepared.
calendars just for adults, calendars just for children, calendars just for teens, and then we have started a full slate of computer classes. This is in person because primarily people need to be sitting with the instructor. And these are all available online or on our socials. You can get to us, or like I said, you can stop in. So
What are your social handles?
our social handles. So we're Cherry Hill Public Library on Facebook. We are CHPLNJ on Twitter, and we are the same on Instagram. And we have started both a library TikTok and a library CHPL teen TikTok. So you can watch our creative, interesting librarians do lots of things.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow that as soon as I get home.
So so that's, and then it's important to talk about why you asked us to talk with you specifically today
Yeah.
about September Library Card Sign Up Month. So I'm just going to step out of the picture and I'm going to turn it over to Jacqueline.
Oh, you didn't have to step out. There's room for
I'll just
everyone.
go right here.
So all of that great stuff starts with your library card.
Yes,
so
becoming a member.
If you're saying if you live in Cherry Hill, it is free to you. If you just go to school in Cherry Hill or work for the township or school teacher, they are all free. Outside members can pay for a membership.
Right. But
Library-
residents of Cherry Hill, it's free.
It's free.
Okay.
So if you sign up for a library card in September, you're eligible to participate in our raffle. So on October 1st, we will be choosing 6 winners. Each winner will receive a $25 gift card to either Amazon, Target, or Wawa. Our 3 favorite places. So, as we were saying before, library cards do expire. So every 2 years, your library card expires. To renew your card, you just come in and show us proof of address. So if you have your driver's license that has your Cherry Hill address on, we just want to make sure that your information is still the same, make sure your phone number, your email is still the same, and we renew your card for another 2 years. So renewals are also eligible to be in the raffle, and anybody who has received their card online but hasn't picked up their physical card,
Yeah.
if they come in September, they can also participate
Be
in the
entered.
raffle.
Okay. Okay.
And then I guess the last thing we should mention is
What?
this display. Oh,
Wait one second. So how many new registrations do you usually? How many new members do you usually get signed up in September with this?
In September, we usually roughly around 200.
200?
200.
Okay, so let's shoot for 300. I mean, we could do that, right? We could do 300.
Yes.
All right, come on.
We
Okay.
have about 33,000 card holders.
Okay.
So, but obviously, as people move in and out,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
people that
Do not
expire,
renew.
do not renew. But yeah, we're lucky that we have almost 50% of the township, but there's so many more we can get to.
Yeah, and not in the township even.
Absolutely.
So the last thing I wanted to mention is the display we're in front of. Another benefit of being a Cherry Hill Library member is this month, this fall, we're doing one book, one Cherry Hill. We've done this a couple times. This is part of a grant initiative, and this is where you are part of the community. You can talk about the themes. The book is The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. There's themes of race and transgender and family, There's a lot to unpack in it. So September is our reading month. There's also a young adult book called Genesis Begins Again. So there are programs for teens and also children.
Are there 2 one-book programs?
Yeah, we've never done like a parallel. We've always had done adult, but this time we really wanted to include youth services.
Yeah.
So there's a whole booklet of events and programs. There's a link on our website, One Book, One Cherry Hill at chplnj.org, and you can read the books and then participate in the programs, the book discussions, but some are just excellent speakers that are going to talk about race or transgender issues, and you can just come to those. Some are online, and some are like Zoom programs, and some you'll be able to come in person. So we really want to promote this to the whole community. We have such a smart, diverse community.
So do you have, like, how do I come here, I become a member?
Yeah.
I take out the book?
You can take out the book and borrow from here. We have it in every platform, of course. You can listen to it. We've bought many extra copies as part of the grant. We have physical books. We have ebooks. And then we have the kids, the young adult book. And then you can read and discuss the book at the book discussions, or let's say you just want to come to a program on interracial marriage, you can just come
And
to
not
that
read the
without
book.
having read the book, but it's all a full slate.
Okay.
On top of our normal, regular big slate of programs and computer classes,
So another question. How long do I have to read the book? Do I have all of September to read the book? Because that's about how slow I am.
Yeah, actually several of them are not till later October,
There you go.
book discussions. But I will say, like one of our patrons that was they are retired, but they read it in one day
Okay.
because they were that
Into it,
enthralled.
yeah.
Most books go out for 3 weeks.
Yes,
Okay.
right.
Good to know. I'm not that behind.
Yeah. So it's how much you want to read the book and just discuss the book, or you just want to discuss the topics, but what's happening in our community in Cherry Hill related to this.
So outside of member events, becoming a member, the library also has events outside of the library, like at the Croft Farm, right?
Oh yeah, good point. So we always are looking to get out into the community too, and this week we're at Senior Fest, which is Friday at the Holiday Inn. So there's a library table, but as Nicole mentioned, the stories in the parks started again. This summer we did it just at Croft Farm, but now we're back. We travel around, so you can look at our events calendar. And this past week there were over 60 people. We had 100, 120 people. People follow our children's librarians even if they don't live anywhere near the park, they get to see parks they didn't know even exist. Because Cherry Hill's 26 miles. We're a bigger place, and there's all these cute little parks. So we do stories in the park, and then of course our children's and teen area, you should just come and see for yourself and come to our programs, right? So, all right.
Is there anything else you want to share?
The only other thing I want to mention is there's some fundraisers that we do. We always are looking for money for the library, and a couple family-related ones. The Book It 5K it's at Croft Farm. It's usually here. Book It, obviously, because it's a library and recreation
and who
partner.
doesn't love a good pun?
So you can run it, but if you are not a runner, you can walk a mile. If you do not want to walk a mile, there is a kids dash, but all of it is $5 of each registration comes to the library. So that's a big event.
Yeah.
And the Scarecrow contest is happening again this year. It was very, very popular here last year. People can build them at home with their family, or they can come to our build day, and then they get displayed, and they are judged by the community, and they are voted on, and the winners very excitedly run in and get their prizes. There's a community flea market and book sale, and even jazzercise that are all fundraisers. So they're all on our events calendar. And you can also sign up on our main page for our e-news, because there's so much happening in a single week here.
Yeah.
We keep
Get
our
it sent to your inbox.
we keep our PR and marketing person very busy.
Yes, they
do. So the best way to know about what's happening is to get that.
One last thing. If I'm going to donate books,
Oh, yes, please.
how do I donate books?
You can donate books anytime. The library's open until like 5 p.m. during the week. If you have a smaller amount and it's a night, a weekend, you can come to the circulation desk. But if you want like your tax form, but all of that is extremely important. We know there's lots of choices for where you can donate or give your books. But the library for your community, we really need them for our book sales because that really expands a lot of the programs we can offer or
Right.
training for our staff or things that we really need that our budget will never cover.
Right,
So
right.
go to those fundraisers and donate your books.
Come on, you know you all have books laying around, and now you
Yes.
have somewhere to bring them.
We know
The
you're
back of the library.
Marie.
That's where you have to drop
right,
them
you
off.
come to the staff entrance and you can ring the bell. You know you're Marie Kondoing your house.
Yes,
She
see?
says you can only have 10. Give them to us.
10 books, that's it?
I think she's our 30. She's like, consider only having that many, which, you
Okay.
know, some
The
people,
rest are collecting dust.
some people
That's why
are
you
like,
should just come to the library.
some people say they have that many on their nightstand
Yes.
if they're regular readers, but no matter what, give them to us.
Thank you both for
Aw,
joining me.
thank you,
And if you would like
Nicole.
to keep learning about things happening in Cherry Hill, you can